Hey, Cowboy Nation, this is Cowboys abroad. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in on me. Checking in on me. Let's get into some football talk. Let's get into some football talk. Um, so right now, right now, the latest was Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones put out that Dallas Cowboys not going to be a market setter. Was not going to be a market setter because of all the things to go with being go with being a cowboy. So he says, um, well, I can understand um, very well not wanting to be a market setter, because when you set the market, what that generally means is uh, uh, you playing to play at the highest salary in the league. You playing to play at the highest salary in the league, and if you play just a few players all the money, then it keeps you from being well rounded as a team. You know, so I understand you don't necessarily want to be a market setter because that means that you're setting the bar, and if you're setting the bar, you coughing up big money. And Stephen Jones don't want to cough up big money. He don't want to come. He don't want to pay. He don't want to pay uh, top dollar. He don't want to pay top dollar for his talent. He just don't. Um, and part of the reason that is you're not a man on the island. You got the best of everything when you're a cow. Everything to go in the cowboy, you got the best of everything when you're a cowboy. You got a support system. You got people to go for. You got people to go to bat for you. You got the best of facility. You got the best of facilities. You play, and you play in a new stadium. You practice in a new practice facility. You got the best of equipment, best of facilities, best of medical staff. You have everything at your disposal. Uh, and the case that is on the table right now is really Zeke or Elliot. Um, you got, one can make an argument with three Pro Bowlers on this line. With three Pro Bowlers on this line, you got best offensive line in football, or at least one of the best. And so Jerry's making the case. Jerry's making the case. I should say, Stephen Jones is making the case that there should be an understanding that you don't necessarily get top dollar when you play with the Cowboys because of all of your added benefits. And in most cases, I would agree. In most cases, Cowboy Nation, I would agree, except in one particular case when you have the best player, when you have a player that's the best at their skill position. Why you wouldn't consider being a market setter if that player is the best in his position? When a player is the best in his position, you might have to pay him the highest salary because he's earned the highest salary. Look at these. I mean, if you're checking out these highlights in the back end, just in the back, this is Ezekiel Elliott doing his thing, running all over the field, running all over people. You know, he does his job. And so if a guy earned it, why wouldn't you give it to him? Zeke Elliott has been the number one back 2 out of the last 3 years. 2 out of the last 3 years, and in 2017, uh, he set out 6 games and still rushed for 983 yards. Uh, that's just 17 yards. That's just 17 yards shy of a 1,000 yard season. Sitting on the bench 6 games, a quarter of the season. I mean, so um, this type of guy, you might have to reconsider that position just a little bit. Now I know Ezekiel Elliott got his antics, got his antics and his ways, and it causes some concern. Situations like that, though, uh, you you can figure that out in the language of the contract. Language of the contract. Most contracts, if you get suspended, you lose your guarantees anyway in a contract. In most cases, with a suspension. So I don't really think that uh, I don't really think you got a legitimate reason for not giving a man his money if he deserves it. They're just my thoughts. But last thing you need, or anybody need, is another person, man, talking about the Zeke contract. Zeke contract. Everybody and their brother talking about it. And the reality of it is, uh, don't nobody know. Don't nobody know but Zeke and his agent, and Jerry and Stephen Jones. Uh, that's the only people know. Uh, Nobody else knows. So anything you hear about it is really just speculation and rumor. And any of us can make up rumors just like they can. Uh, but at the end of the day, I feel like there'll be an understanding. They'll figure something out. Zeke could be uh, Zeke could be on the Cowboys for the foreseeable future. Um, so when you think about it, August 6th is right around the corner. August 6th is right around the corner where he's got to show up to training camp or he loses a year of eligibility. So if he don't show up, he won't be eligible. He won't be eligible for free agency to 2022. Um, you can't sit out for 3 years. It don't make sense. So I suspect they come August 6th, Ezekiel Elliott will pop up in camp. Will pop up in camp. Whether he plays, whether he practices or not. Maybe he doesn't practice. Maybe he doesn't play. But I suspect he'll show up for August 6th, if nothing else, to get his eligibility. As it stands, nobody truly believes Ezekiel Elliott is willing to sit on the bench for 2 years. If Cowboys really wanted to call his bluff, nobody really believes Ezekiel Elliott would sit on the bench for 2 years until 2021, when his 2 years is up. And that's the thing about these guys. These guys that try to get paid early. Sometimes your options are limited. Anyway, I'm Cowboys Abroad. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, Checking in with me. I'm out.